Hello everybody, welcome back to Cubeblopolis. Today I'll be showing you all the cubes I got for my birthday. So before I start, I am planning on doing a Q&A video soon, so if you have any questions for me, you can just leave them in the comments down below. Anyway, I actually ordered these cubes from SpeedCubeShop on my birthday, which was during the Black Friday sale, so that's pretty cool. And they arrived about a week ago, but I'm still going to call these my birthday cubes, despite the fact that I paid for them and it's no longer my birthday. I actually filmed an unboxing for these cubes, but that didn't go well at all, so instead of posting a really bad unboxing, I decided to do this instead. Anyway, let's get on to the cubes. So starting off with some non-WCA puzzles, here is the Qiyi Twisty Skew. This cube is basically just a Skewb shape mod, but I think it looks really cool, and also when it's scrambled, it looks pretty crazy. The solving process is pretty simple, and it solves just like a Skewb, but the centers that have two colors do need to be oriented correctly, which makes it a little more interesting. The turning is pretty smooth, but it does have a pretty distinct click from the ball bearings, and although I don't usually speed solve with this puzzle, I still enjoy playing around with it once in a while. Next we have the Qiyi 2x2x3. This is a pretty simple cuboid, but it's challenging enough that the solves are interesting and don't feel repetitive. I was able to figure this puzzle out on my own just by using some square 1 and 2x2 algorithms, and I do actually speed solve with this puzzle pretty often. The turning on this cube is pretty smooth, but it is a bit slow, and there is some spring noise which is kind of annoying, but it's not a big deal. This cube also has pretty decent corner cutting at 3/4 of a piece forward and about 1/4 of a piece in reverse. Overall, I think this is a really fun puzzle, and if you are looking for an easy cuboid to start off with, this is a great option. Now moving on to some WCA events, let's start with the Ling Al Clock. So out of the box, the pins on this clock were terrible. They were very stiff and took a lot of effort to push, and one of the pins was so stiff, I had to push it against my desk to move it. After doing a few dozen solves on it, the pins have gotten significantly better, but occasionally they kind of get stuck halfway and you have to push it back and forth a few times to get it to go down fully. The actual clock faces turn pretty well though, so I don't really have any complaints about that. Overall, this is a pretty decent puzzle and I actually really enjoy clock as an event. Alright, next is the Yuxin Little Magic. I did get it in white since black was sold out and I wasn't a fan of the stickerless shades, and out of the box this cube was extremely loose, so I tended it by 3/4 of a turn and it's pretty decent now. This cube has a really fast and light feeling, but I never really have a problem with overshooting. The corner cutting on this cube is also really good at over 45 degrees forward and 1 piece in reverse. The corner cutting is also much more effortless compared to my MF3RS. When I first tried this cube, I wasn't sure if it was going to be my main, but after doing some basic setup and getting used to the white plastic, this is definitely my new main. Now for the 50mm Cubing Classroom 3x3, which is not just a mini MF3RS. This cube also has a very light and fast feeling, which I think is perfect for one-handed solving. The corner cutting on this cube is again really good at over 45 degrees forward and 1 piece in reverse. One complaint I do have about this cube, however, is the fact that I do get some spring noise on it once in a while, which is kind of annoying. This cube is my new OH main, and I have gotten some better times with it, but the main thing I like about this cube is that it just makes OH much more pleasant. With my MF3RS, doing just an average of 5 would make my hands tired, but on this cube that does not happen at all. Overall, I really like this cube, and at under $4, this cube is definitely worth it. Next we have the XMan Val Pyramix. This cube is amazing. The turning is very fast and smooth with a slight click from the magnets. I also really like the primary internals that give this cube a kind of illusion look. The magnets on this cube are very strong, especially on the tips, where it will realign itself even if you have the tip turned almost halfway. The corner cutting is also really nice, although I find that I don't really need corner cutting with Pyramixes, especially this one with its strong magnets. Overall, this cube was my new main out of the box, and while it is a bit expensive at almost $15, this is definitely a really awesome Pyramix. Also, it came with some extra magnets, which is pretty cool. Now for the last cube, we have the XMan Wingy Skewb. Like the Pyraminx, this cube is very fast, smooth, and also has a slight click from the magnets. The magnets definitely don't realign this cube as much as it does on the Pyraminx, but it does always click nicely into place. The corner cutting is also pretty decent, but again, I also find that I don't need that much corner cutting on Skewb, especially with the magnets. In fact, when I filmed the failed unboxing, I spent a solid 30 seconds just trying to figure out how corner cutting on Skewb worked. This Skewb is again definitely my new main, especially since I'm pretty sure my old carbon fiber Skewb is not comp legal. Again, it is a bit expensive at $13.95, but this is a really high quality puzzle and it comes with a cool box that will also fit a 3x3. So those were all the cubes I got, but I also have some lube, and all of the lubes I got were in the 3cc size. So I got the Cosmic Lube Sampler, which are 3 very light lubes, and the color on these lubes are really nice. The lightest is Martian, which is green. I put a few drops of this into my MF3RS, which was getting a bit sluggish, and it definitely sped it up a bit. The second one is Galaxy, which is purple. This one I put into my Qiyi Megaminx, also to speed it up, and while this cube still has a lot of friction just from the mechanism, lube gave it a really smooth and faster feel. The heaviest of the 3 is Nebula, which is blue. I put this into my Yuxin Little Magic, which gave it a smoother feel while still retaining the speed that I liked about this cube. I also got 3 different weights of the SpeedCubeShop Speed Lube, so I got weights 1, 3, and 6, but the only one I tried so far is the weight 3, which I put into my YJ Yupo. This made it more controllable and gave it a smoother feel, both of which allowed me to get some better times. All 3 of these lubes come in syringes and they come with a fine blue tip that allows for more precise lubing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already, and also remember to leave any questions you have for me down below, and that is it. I will see you guys next time. Bye!